Hello?
Hello.
We're playing more Spyro. Back at it again.
Click back in, please.
Oh, yeah.
You forget this
I
every
forget this
time.
literally every time. It's so weird that you have to, like, click on another screen to access the PlayStation 1 that we are actually capturing with a capture card.
Yeah.
We would never use something as unscoochable as an emulator. Quasi-legal.
Quasi-legal?
I think it's quasi-legal. Because you could say, oh, we own the original disc. We just backed up the disc. Yes.
I do, literally.
Conceivably, we backed it up. And we're playing our legal version of it.
Oh, okay.
So we're in the dream world still.
Okay.
Full of these weird growing and shrinking motherfuckers.
Well, they're hit by the laser beam. That's why they grow and shrink. It's not a natural phenomenon.
It's a little bit of a environmental storytelling. Maybe.
What story is it telling?
A man became big.
Whoa.
First he was small, then he became big.
What kind of story is that, would you say? Like man versus nature? Man versus self?
I would say it's man... Whoa, what the... Oh, you got hit by something.
Yeah.
I thought you, like, bonked into the thing and squished you. Yeah, and I was like, that's never happened.
That'd be a cool glitch.
I would say this hypothetical story of man becomes big is kind of like a man in cooperation with man. And then, you know, presumably he loses his large stature to fight something or other. The forces of nature, perhaps.
He loses his large stature to fight something.
Can you imagine, you know, it was like 7,000 years ago, and the idea of a story where a man just becomes big was like a novel concept? That was like enough.
It is a novel concept, though. Men who are big are funny every time.
When do you think science will invent an actual large man?
They already did. It was called Andre the Giant.
They can go bigger. He's large, but he's what, like 7 foot tall?
I mean, there's already been bigger guys.
I want like 30 foot tall though.
30? Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing.
No, that guy could like never live in happiness. That would be horrible.
Well, yeah, but I mean, can anyone ever live in happiness?
I mean...
Would the 30 foot tall man really be that much worse off than the rest of us?
Yes. They're like, objectively, 30 foot tall man is not going to be able to like go inside a home and rest away from the elements.
Think of... Whoa! Oh, this gives you the mega fire.
Yeah.
Think of the movie deals, though, that the 30 foot tall man would have.
Yeah, for like the 3 years he's alive before his heart gives out.
It just seems, you know, kind of a shame that we've never even tried to make a 30 foot tall man.
We've never even tried to make one, like...
Well, we see in this game here that it involves casting some sort of beam.
So you're just like, why is no one inventing embiggening beam?
Yeah, it's the question.
I'll answer. Why are we not just like testing? You know what we could do? We could test it on prisoners too. Yeah, that'd be good.
Because they're dead to society already.
Yeah, because they're not people, right?
They're subhumans.
Well, if we just start doing human testing for our big person array,
and then we can make them more than human, from subhuman to superhuman. It's really a humanitarian effort.
It's not a fucking humanitarian effort. It's evil.
If I'm the one suggesting it, how could it be evil?
What?
As a certified good person who can only suggest good things for the world.
So true. I voted for Joe Biden, guys.
I voted for Biden.
Even though we're not.
And I voted for the embiggening ray.
Biden promised that he would test his embiggening ray on prisoners, and then I argued with teenagers online about how when they get older they'll understand that it's good to torture people inhumanely for no reason.
He said, listen here, fat.
Listen, fat.
No, listen, fat. We're gonna make you huge.
God. Joe Biden uses the embiggening ray on you and immediately just starts like making fun of you for being fat. Oh, it made me wide instead of long.
It really shows how desperate we are for comedy from the Biden admin. The listen fat is like by far the funniest thing he's ever said.
It's like pretty funny,
like,
though.
It's really funny. And also, if you don't like it, vote for the other Biden, I think is phenomenal. But this is like subpar for Trump. Trump said things that funny every time he spoke.
Yeah, well, the issue is that Joe Biden doesn't have like a Twitter account that he just says funny shit on constantly every day.
The greatest Twitter poster of all time, Donald Trump.
I wonder if Donald Trump would be on the side of Felicia Somnes or Dave Weigel in the Washington Post this week. I would love to know.
The failing Washington Post.
The failing Washington Post, this horrible, ugly woman who wants to tear down an Iceman.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Dave Weigel's given great, favorable coverage to the war in Afghanistan.
I honestly do think it is the Twitter lib mindset of, if I'm saying it, how could it be a bad idea?
Yeah.
Like, it's all backwards. It's a moral reasoning from the assumption that you're faultless. Dang, you get the fire kiss a lot in this level.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of trying to take us on the fast track to where we get one that's permanent.
Oh, that's very interesting. Are you permanently, like, glowing like that, too?
I think so, yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah, even stuff like that, when you have the super fire, it just destroys it instantly.
Oh, yeah, I noticed all the fireproof stuff. Spyro no longer gives a fuck. There was, like, some other stuff in those side rooms, right?
Yeah, we're gonna come back for all that.
Okay. You're just trying to find the upgrade ASAP.
It's just faster to get the upgrade, and then I can just kind of go back and flame everything, not have to deal with it.
Oh, man, this animation is so good.
This is what I do to women. But when I see them in the club,
You gallop over like that?
yeah, I gallop over horns
Weird.
first.
Your legs doing little sonic spins.
Yeah, and do a little.
Did that guy have like a scar over his eye?
I don't know. I don't know. Look at
Are
them.
these like some gangster dragons in the dream world?
Why do they have to be gangsters? Maybe he just had an accident as a child.
I don't know.
Why are you stereotyping people with scars on their face?
I feel like if you get a scar over your eye like that, you have to like go into crime or something else badass.
You have to go into crime.
Yeah, like what a waste otherwise. Can you imagine you just go to your dentist and he has like a scar over his eye like that?
That's just swag. What do you mean?
And that's just swag, but I would also ask that dentist if I could buy a canister of nitrous. Because I know.
I would ask
He's
that,
down dirty.
I want to ask that dentist if I can get some hot ice from him.
Ooh. Are dentists the one that have that?
I don't know.
Why does
Probably
anyone have that? What is like the actual use of hot ice?
That's a great question.
Besides burning idiot YouTubers' hands?
Yeah, I don't appreciate you referring to the LA Beast as an idiot. He's kind of an Andy Kaufman level genius, I would say.
Okay. He is maybe Kaufman-esque.
Everyone's talking about Kafkaesque. No one brings up Kaufman-esque these days.
Andy Kaufman got his ass beat a lot on TV.
Yeah.
He certainly has the same
It was based every
total absence of care for his own body as Mr. Beast. The LA Beast, that is.
Beast, not Mr.
Not
Beast.
actual Mr. Beast. I forgot that was another person.
It's just a real guy. It's just a real, like, dork-ass motherfucker.
So in the latest Mr. Beast video, which I did watch, they had Matt Stoney and Joey Chestnut. Two actual eating legends, for sure. But I feel like this is priming LA Beast to take a step into the spotlight.
Mr. Beast, LA Beast crossover,
Yeah.
based on Beast violence.
Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome?
I think it would be really cool if LA Beast just, like, fucking mauled him like a bear.
He is quite obnoxious. He does need mauling.
Not even
sometime
because he's
soon.
annoying, but just because it would be funny to see the LA Beast do that.
I like the noise these things make when you break them open, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Costco!
Well, you love
That's
that
where
place.
Jen works.
Yo, what up, Jen?
Yo,
Jen
shout out
doesn't
to
watch this
Jen
channel.
not watching this. Shout out to Kevin probably
Shout out to
watching
Kevin
this.
might watch this. Maybe Sarah.
Sarah? Sarah probably tried to watch one episode and then stopped.
Yeah,
That's my guess.
that's
It's,
okay.
inappropriate humor too much. Also, I think I shit on some anime that she liked.
Sarah saw Clan sucks and was like, I can never talk to you again.
Unsubscribed. Canceled plans to hang out this weekend. I don't even know if Sarah likes Clannad. I feel like I've never talked to her about it.
Well, you can ask tomorrow and we'll find out.
It'll be extremely awkward. Also, these smoke effects when you're doing the fast run.
Yeah.
Very similar to ones used in Diddy Kong Racing.
Whoa.
Yeah. Huh? Reminds me of I found this very interesting project a little while ago, where someone was trying to track down all of the stock textures that a lot of these early 3D games used. There's actually like an insane amount of overlap, especially like Western 3D platformers use like the same like wood tile every time, like the same cobblestone tile every time.
Huh.
Yeah, it's kind of uncanny when you see the examples like right next to each other, because they all look like natural where they are, and then you're like, oh, they're just all exactly the same. Yo, you didn't even check that you had them all?
I just knew.
Just knew?
I mean, I don't know, I can count, so.
You can count?
Yeah.
What?
So?
Never seen you. Oh shit, 69!
Oh, the number of dragons.
Oh, damn!
Why are you snapping for that?
Tag and Dragon!
Slam poetry.
It is. Kind of.
No, it's not.
You know, Let's Play is kind of like the Def Jam of this generation. Thoughts?
Don't say that. There's never gonna be like an awesome game like fucking Def Jam Vendetta. There's gonna be Let's Play Vendetta.
Let's Play Vendetta.
What, you're gonna play as like the fucking Game Grumps? No, that'd be terrible. That would suck.
That would perhaps be like the worst game ever made.
Whoa.
Because anyone who would work on that has no talent and no ability to create things.
It's just like no taste. It's the issue. I'm sure they have talent. They just have poor taste.
They might not have talent either.
They could also not have talent.
Not everyone has talent.
I assume if you're in a position where you're... Well, I guess, yeah, this would probably be some, like, YouTuber bullshit game.
Well, that's just what I'm thinking is that it's
Maybe
like
what's that game that Game Grumps made? Like, Dream Daddy?
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, it's a dating simulator.
Dating sim.
Date dads. Wouldn't that be so cool and sexy?
It was like full sincere though, right? Or was it like...
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'd rather them do that and actually make it full sincere than like, haha, you're a loser playing a dating game.
I mean, yeah, it just came off as very, like, dorky.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
There's no avoiding that.
You date hot dads game.
Do you know what dating sim I actually want to play?
What?
This is one made by Zachtronics, the guy who made like Space Chem. Do you know Space Chem?
No.
Space Chem is like a... Like, I think Aiden would say, wow, this game's for nerds. It's like that level.
So, pretty high level. I'm doing terribly on this, by the way.
Yeah, this one kind of rough. What one more? Is there like a whole other minigame?
There's like 2 more, yeah. No, this one's like pretty easy.
You just had some unfortunate bonks.
Yeah, I don't know. My aim was all off. It's because of your stupid TV.
Is it because of my stupid TV?
I've decided to blame it on it.
Okay, here's what I still don't understand. This is like stretched out horizontally, right?
Yeah.
Because the recording footage is like square.
Yeah.
But looking back and forth between the two, it doesn't seem like the TV is stretched out. Am I just insane?
This is your eyes have adjusted.
Very strange.
We still stuck.
Oh shit, let's go.
It's poor performance, but
Came together in the second half. It came alive in that one.
Just like
I'm trying to think of something that came alive. Lazarus.
I'm trying to think like sports team or something.
Oh man!
I mean, all I can think of is Toronto teams, and
it's not gonna land
they all
with
shit
me.
the bed. I don't care if it lands with you.
They die in the second half.
It lands with me. I don't give a fuck.
Probably we should care if it lands with our viewers at home.
Well, maybe they like sports.
Like Kevin. Kevin, do you like sports?
Maybe.
Leave a comment and a thumbs up if you like sports.
Maybe our viewers at home are anime fans who also like sports because they saw sports anime.
Ah.
Like the people who are like, whoa, I love volleyball, I watch Haikyuu.
Yes, actually, one of the friends of Chris that I played Mahjong with, Chris was like, hey, how's your ankle? He's like, oh, it's a little bit better. And I was like, oh, what happened? He's like, yeah, I rolled my ankle really, really bad the very, very first time I ever played volleyball, which was like a week ago. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, why would you start playing volleyball suddenly, like, deep into your adulthood, having not taken an interest in it as a kid? And then immediately I knew that this was someone who watched Haikyuu. And I was 100% correct. Sometimes anime just makes you do stuff. That's how I learned how to play Mahjong, was watching anime. That's kind of like a sport.
I guess like honestly, if they show like darts and shit on Sports Center, then like
they showed poker.
Yeah, if poker gets to be
Poker's a
like
sport?
considered kind of a sport, then Mahjong's
Made
a
it to
sport.
ESPN. Yeah, poker and Mahjong, same thing. I was watching StarCraft at Ryan's yesterday, and there was like a tagline that kept popping up when they would transition from, game to game or whatever. And it said, most competitive 1v1 game. Which I thought was like kind of pathetic. Like, it seemed like they were just trying to avoid some sort of confrontation with like League and Dota players by like clarifying that, oh, it's just the most competitive 1v1
It
game.
would never be the most competitive online game. 'Cause
No.
then, like 14-year-olds who play League of Legends would call us the N-word.
That's right. They were so afraid of that that they had the horribly awkward title of the most competitive 1v1 game.
Yeah, that's just putting the head out on like fighting game fans.
Yeah. Fighting game fans are too brain dead to watch StarCraft, though.
Yeah. They're too busy bitching about the new Street Fighter because they're like, the frame, they make Cammy doesn't have her ass out.
Guile is too muscular.
Guile is too muscular.
I saw people complain about that.
You could like not like the new Street Fighter. It's like whatever, but it's just I don't know the reasons that like fighting game fans specifically have to hate on like new fighting games is always just like you're so fucking stupid.
There's like an incentive for them to think it's bad. Because if you're already good at the previous game, if you're already good at Street Fighter V, you almost want Street Fighter 6 to fail. Because then you don't have to learn anything new. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Most controversial thing I've said on the channel?
I can see that.
More controversial than Clonad sucks?
I don't know, it just feels like a thing where it's like I get like being frustrated if you're like really into the competitive aspects of this game because it's basically just like a mindset that I will never understand. But like I don't know. It's the same that the Guilty Gear community freaked out because like Strive was way more like new player friendly.
Oh yeah.
Than the other games, but then like Strive did it really well.
Yeah, now everyone kind of just loves Strive.
Everyone's like pretty into Guilty Gear more than they ever were before. Guilty Gear was kind of like a weird niche thing before.
Like some people still like Xrd better, but
Xrd's like fun.
there's not many people that are like, yeah, Strive sucks. Like Xrd only for life. It seems like everybody's kind of open to it.
There's like a lot of people who are still pretty hardcore Xrds, but it's like, yeah, I don't know, just like made your community bigger and made more people get into your games, and then maybe they'll get into the older ones that you like more through that.
That's how it always happens with Smash Bros. Every time a new Smash comes out, Melee ends up growing a lot.
Yeah.
Whoa, nice combo there. Oh, I see what's going on. You have to save these fairies, and then they activate the up warp.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. It's a puzzler.
It's a bit of a puzzle.
A little bit of a puzzler.
Oh,
it's
Uzaki-chan.
I was about to say, this one wants to play.
Oh, this one wants to hang out.
Yeah.
I have a tooth and I have big boobs and my mom has big boobs or something also.
Also her sister has big boobs.
Wow.
Yeah. Now you're getting the appeal, right?
A proud
Now you get
lineage.
it. They had big progress in that series recently. Spoilers!
What did they look at each other?
Now they're going out.
Oh,
They're
wow,
like
that is big
actually
progress.
just straight up going out.
They're
Yeah,
just actually dating.
yeah, it's exciting. It's nice. Which usually means it's gonna end like within a year, but we'll see.
Why these fucking freaks? Always if they're just like, well, if they start dating, then we just have to. Why can't we just have them date from the start and then just enjoy that part of it?
Yeah, yeah. It's
You have to,
getting
like,
more common.
The journey, I don't give a shit about the journey. I want the destination, and then I want the destination to be the journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because once you start dating someone, there's still a lot of stuff that happens.
Yeah, I
you
want to
know?
see these people like
You can do all sorts of stuff. Yeah. That's the fun part. I don't know. I think in general manga's getting better for this. The cliche of last chapter confession, oh me too, series ends. That's kind of falling by the wayside.
Yeah.
It seems more and more that at least there'll be like a couple arcs. It's like tough though because they still do stupid things where like immediately after they start dating it's like, oh, crisis. I'm insecure. Oh, maybe she's gonna like fall in love with someone else. And that's even like more tedious somehow because it's like, come on, man, like,
Well, 'cause it's just
you already
like-
kissed.
You already got here, and now you're gonna start being like, whoa,
Why are you
if she
trying to go
doesn't like me?
backwards? Yeah, so that's annoying. But like even that, people are figuring out. Another good example, Komi-san. Do you know Komi-san?
That was just the like chick who doesn't talk or whatever.
Yeah. So not only is she talking now, but they're dating too,
Wow.
and they've already had like 3 arcs after they started going out. And they're, you know. One of them was like very silly. Jack complained a lot where they all just played Among Us.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember you
Komi-san
telling
Among
me about
Us.
that Komi Amogus.
But you know, in the end, I kind of enjoyed Komi Among Us. Jack, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I came around to it. I know you hate it.
I mean, Jack, if you're watching, sorry that I just like shit on basically you specifically because I think I think you are not happy about Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, no, he was complaining. Jack, if you're watching, I'm very surprised. I don't even think you know that I have a YouTube channel, so.
This is a great episode. The amount of people who like no one knows who the fuck they are that we brought up,
Oh, that's a Keats YouTube classic.
and then you were like, oh, you can't just bring up sports. What if people don't know?
Well, there I was concerned because I didn't know.
Yeah, you sorry. Compared to wrestling next time, now
Yeah, there we go.
you'll know because
Yeah.
I forced you to know.
I'm becoming wrestling expert.
Yeah, you're kind of wrestling pilled.
I'm a little based in wrestling pilled. Just a little bit based, mostly wrestling pilled.
Mostly wrestling pilled. You don't have the awesome takes that I do yet.
I have been thinking I would like to make
I hope you have like a wrestling fan that watches this who like has terrible taste, so I can just make them really mad.
I've been thinking I want to make a video about wrestling at some point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like this is what I ended up liking about this thing that I didn't really know anything about, and I would have guessed before I started watching it that I would be like pretty mad about. Talk about maybe a slide on this is basically just showing an anime. Slide about the athleticism that kicks ass. Maybe talk about some good example starter matches. Could be fun.
Could be fun.
Could be collab if you wanted to contribute.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's basically about your personal experience learning about wrestling. I definitely give you like matches that I think are good starter matches, but I'm like too deep in the hole. So I was talking about this with Patrick the other day about how we're like freaks for being into it when we got into it. Because like he got into it when he was like 16, and then like a year later he got me into it basically. After we had started, we like hung out a little bit less in high school, and then we were like hanging out all the time again. And he was like, "Hey, watch this with me," and it was pretty sweet.
It is a little strange.
So I was like 17, so it's been like 5 years since I've gotten into wrestling almost.
The only way that it would
And
be
I've become
feasible
like
is
sick and twisted.
if you'd watched like a wrestling anime or something, then it would have been acceptable.
Yeah, I
To
was
gain
like,
this interest as an adult.
I was always aware of it because
shit,
my older
10K.
brother was into it when he was a kid, back in the 80s with like Hulk Hogan and stuff. So that was just always cool to children back then. And then I remember kids in elementary school being big into like John Cena and Batista. But it was all stuff that I didn't really know much about it beyond like some catchphrases from 80s guys, and then like my mom who'd be like, "Well, it's fake. I don't like all the blood they put in it."
But the blood is real.
But the blood is awesome.
The blood is real and it's awesome.
The blood is the best
It's
part.
spectacular.
Every time she's like, "Well, were there any good matches in the thing you watched?" I'm like, "Yeah, some guy like bled a gallon." And she's like, "That's horrible." I'm like, "Nah, it's fucking sweet."
See, this is one that really surprised me, that I now get hype when they start bleeding.
Because it's fucking cool.
Even the first one you showed me, we watched some deathmatch.
Oh yeah, we watched Nick Cage versus Matt Tremont in like a
with all the
like light tube skyscraper match.
That one made me a little queasy,
yeah,
but I think because we hit that extreme right away.
We gotta watch the other ones from their trilogy that they did in 2017. Because the second one that's like cinder block canvas.
Oh yeah.
That one is brutal.
That's
that
insane.
Sweet. I love Nick Cage so much.
He's a warrior.
He's a fucking warrior. It's very funny the like perception of deathmatch wrestling in the online community. Because it is just like psycho shit for perverts. But it's also just like.
But it's also psycho shit for perverts.
But it's just
positive.
like swag. Yeah, it's just cool. Guys bleeding is cool. And people are like, oh yeah, you're getting a pop in front of the 10 people. And it's like, literally, this is like the type of person who I was completely strawmanning, but you see them all the time, who's just only really into wrestling from like obscure promotions in the 80s and 90s. It was just like, wrestling was better when guys did rest holds as finishers. And just talks like they're a billion years old because they listen to Jim Cornette. And it's just like, literally, you could just be awesome and get into like violence. Because that's what this is now. That's what it's always
song. This is violence now. Do you remember that song? It's a Death Grip song.
What album is it on?
Government Plates, I think. Shoutouts to any Death Grip fans watching. Let me know.
I should know. I've listened to Government
Plates. This is violence now!
I feel like that. We mostly listen to Feels Like a Wheel a lot.
Feels Like a Wheel. That's a good one too.
I have a lot of inflammatory wrestling takes. I feel like. Not like, oh god, yeah, I'm just a maverick. I have such awesome takes, but just like people who like wrestling online are usually dumb as fuck. So,
I think we have at least one wrestling fan that watches this channel. Because I think
I hope they like good things.
I brought it up one other time when I was making some manga reaction video or something, and I think someone commented, "Oh, I actually watched a ton of wrestling." Blah blah blah. Maybe, might be totally misremembering. And I know my friend Olivier, who sometimes watches this channel, shoutouts to Olivier, is interested in getting into wrestling, but hasn't really watched any yet. Because of Super Eye Patch Wolf.
Oh, yeah,
he loves that channel. Does that guy have good wrestling takes?
I don't know, they're like fine. I don't know, he doesn't really have any like crazy wrestling takes. I remember his videos were just like, oh, this is a cool story.
I remember I watched... Did he do a video on how Vince McMahon was secretly... what was it called? Like The Problem or something?
The Higher Power.
The Higher Power. The Problem. I don't know what the hell that was.
It's Marina Shafir's nickname.
Oh.
Yeah, he probably in some kind of like wrestling storyline. He's made a couple of them. I watched them, but I don't really remember what they were about. I remember he mentions he loves Asuka.
There
I was like, correct. Asuka's awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome. I think his take was Vince McMahon being the higher power literally made absolutely no sense.
Yeah, it did.
It was not supported at all by anything that happened in the narrative, but that it was like really, really awesome regardless.
I mean,
and
it's
that
like
as a kid, he was just like absolutely freaking out.
Yeah, I don't know, it was just one of those like weird things that kind of makes no sense, but it's just like a meme now to go, "It's me, Austin."
Oh yeah.
It's kind of this neat thing where you're like, okay, yeah, it's a little overdone, I guess, but whatever.
I feel like stories making sense overrated. Things don't actually have to make sense; they just have to be interesting.
As long as something's like cool enough, it doesn't really matter.
Like right now, big controversy in the One Punch Man community about the way that the remake is changing from the webcomic.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. It's actually a pretty nuanced argument. I think there's a lot of pretty valid points in the people that are complaining. But one point that people keep making is that, oh, it doesn't make sense. But it's like, does it really have to make sense? Did it ever make sense?
I don't think the show
does
ever made sense.
Does the core premise of the series make any sense?
I guess it depends, like, stuff that, like, feels like it makes sense within its own continuity.
Well, yeah.
Or, like, the kind of thing that makes you, like, ask questions that, like, were always there, but just as long as, like...
Your suspension of disbelief.
The narrative didn't draw attention to it, it wasn't as egregious or something like that.
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't know. I feel like anime fans also just like bitch about stuff like that when it doesn't really matter.
oh, absolutely.
They're just like, this doesn't make sense. This is an asshole, and it's just like fucking. You're the clown reading this shit.
You saw it come out of the ass. You saw them pull. Oh, jeez,
Oh,
that was
God.
weird. You kind of like bounced off it twice there. That was strange.
Yeah, I had a little fucked up cloud, and it's okay. Sometimes it happens. But I hit it at the apex.
Mm-hmm. Did the music just change to become like way more like calmer?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think I just went back to the start of the track, maybe.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah. This is the boss stage, right?
Yeah. But anyways, to the guy who's a wrestling fan who watches this channel, if you are a big fan of Seth Rollins, Will Ospreay, or El Phantasmo, I don't respect you. And I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Ooh, nice death warp to get back here
They're-
quicker.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Planned.
Very intentional.
It's like, sorry if you like them because you like bad wrestling, but
Yeah, really, you're just sorry for their own lack of being cultured. That they clearly haven't seen better wrestling.
yeah.
That is sad. It's kind of like when someone, you know, is just super into like really basic bitch anime,
Yeah.
and you're like, there are things that you would probably like strictly better than this to have you know if you knew about them. It's sad. These people are deprived. Is this the boss?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Jacques.
Jacques. So this is like the penultimate boss, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
After this is Nasty Nork.
Yeah, you got it in one.
Yeah, easy,
You
easy.
remembered. Oh, that
Oh shit, he's kind of comboing you.
It's a-
Oh.
Yeah, no, I killed him. I just took damage from touching him because I was trying to get the gems.
Mm.
I wanted my jewels early.
You've been running the jewels fast.
So true. I'd be running the jewels fat. I'd be hanging fat.
You know, I think I almost stopped thinking about that. The Come Town Friends spec script.
But I brought it back.
I hadn't thought about it at least in like a week.
Now my new brain virus is their like liberal Elmo bit.
Oh, I watched that once, but I wasn't paying much attention to it.
It's pretty great.
I gotta-
It just keeps being like, I've called the cops on you, but I asked for a social worker and for them to only bring tasers. But by now it's out of my hands. Because also when they're like doing their Elmo voice, it just sounds like Whitey from 8 Crazy Nights.
Oh no.
Not as shrill.
It's the shrillness that when you do your Whitey voice really just drills into my brain.
It's because I do a very accurate Whitey voice.
You do. You
That's
do.
a technical
We're gonna get copyright takedowns if you sing 8 Crazy Nights music so accurately.
To some Madam Music Show. That's a technical foul. What a great film.
I read the premise on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Seems interesting.
8 Crazy Nights gets more disrespected than it deserves. It's like dumb as fuck. It's like stupid. It's like dipshit awful, but it's also like incredible.
What's the Nork Cove?
Yeah.
So is this a boss level right away, or is there
No.
more explore around stages?
Yeah, there's this one and then one more after this and then the boss level.
Oh, it's Donkey Kong. Oh shit! Nice
I don't know
job.
if you can call him a king. That's kind of charged.
I don't think that's charged. It's just a reference to that meme with the person on Jeopardy, right?
Oh, do you call him like Dinky Kang?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I thought it was more of like a We Was Kangs thing.
No.
You can't be
Oh,
saying that.
jeez, no.
You know who said that once?
Martin?
Yeah.
God. I shouldn't be able to guess that so easily. That indicates a serious problem with the conversations we have with him.
It's like really funny just because it's like I genuinely believe that he just like thought it was like funny baby speak.
And he like didn't know that it was offensive.
Because I think he's
It was
just
just something
actually
he
like
had picked up somewhere.
yeah,
Shout out to Martin if you're watching this.
not likely.
Very unlikely.
But literally just like Another thing we talked about with Patrick was just like, cause he's into that show like Gakko and Babysitters. That's just like really boring and whatever.
Oh yeah, he was trying to get you to watch that.
Yeah, I watched like half of it, and then I got so fucking bored I couldn't do it anymore. I was like bored the whole time, but I like reached a peak.
Oh my gosh,
I spoinked.
you got completely spoinked.
I think he literally just thinks like, oh, when people talk like baby, it's funny. And he's like, oh, like when they, oh, it's like he's a king, but he's a baby. He can't say it right. That's my thesis.
That would explain a lot. Because it is pretty out of pocket for him to say that.
Because he spends so much, like, the rest of his time being a lib. That I can't imagine.
He's just... I'll just repeat some racist copy-pasta type slang.
Yeah, some real, like...
Some pole bait.
Some, like, dated...
Yeah, really
4chan
dated.
type shit.
Yeah. That one's been around forever.
God.
Unfortunately.
Oh, wow.
Oof.
I can blame this on the frame rate. I was playing this game in 60 FPS HD.
You're playing a remake?
Playing the remix.
Why don't you pop open that dragon?
I'm gonna get it in a sec.
Oh shit, puzzle solved.
It's like a checkpoint, so I don't know.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
Have some more jewels from this area before I get it.
Less to redo, if you so happen to die.
Yep.
You're kind of an educated gamer. Kind of a beard gamer.
The bearded gamer. God. There's probably some
Everyone
channel
watching
that
this-
makes, like horrible video essays called Educated Gamer.
Look up the educated gamer. Look up the educated gamer and real online boy.
Everyone look up the Educated Gamer, and if it's real and if they actually make video essays, tell them to do something else.
Yeah. Spam their comments with hate.
No, don't spam them with
Go, my online army.
Don't spam them with hate, but just go to them like, hey, I noticed you just made an 8-hour video essay on Pokemon. I think you should start making videos about woodworking.
You should go to your local college, community college, whatever, take a class on woodworking, make YouTube videos about what you learned. That would be great.
Make like progress updates, and also you can make videos about video games, but maybe don't make them 8 hours, and also to have nothing to say the whole time, like Joseph Anderson and Matthew Matosis.
I thought you liked Joseph Anderson.
No, I do not.
No?
Not a fan
Does
at all.
Aiden like Joseph Anderson?
No, no one we know likes him.
Who's the one that Aiden likes? It's someone else that's just like first name, last
Noah
name.
Caldwell-Gervais.
Ah, yes.
Because
yes.
he's, like,
I got them
smart.
so mixed up.
And like compares it to like fucking like fiction and for like fucking literature. He's like has like
Actually cultured?
yeah, he has like frames
The
of
cultured
reference
gamer?
for things that aren't just.
Dead.
I mean, it's so tilted.
I made you
Getting
die
mad at
because
stuff.
of it.
He has a frame of reference for things that aren't video games, so he just kind of inherently speaks like more of a human.
I had watched a few of them after Aiden told me about it, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But I did not remember his name at all.
People like Matthew Matosis and Joseph Anderson just have this like weird fixation on like games should just be hard, and the more hard they are, the more good they are.
True.
Or just like I'm gonna spend 5 hours
True and real.
getting mad that like the hardest difficulty on God of War doesn't feel balanced. Like this video game isn't balanced around its like goober, basically like meme top difficulty and shit like that. Just like very baby brain complaints from people who are like very proud that they like God Hand.
Are you ready for me to be even more insufferable?
Okay.
All one-player games are too easy.
All one-player games are too easy.
The only hard thing in games is playing against someone who's really good in a multiplayer game.
I've literally watched you play Dark Souls.
Don't talk about that. That was on this channel too. Everyone
It's an
knows.
archived stream on this channel.
Yeah. But it was too easy, really.
It was too easy.
It was
You
too
were
easy.
doing poorly.
Yeah.
It was too easy.
Because it was too easy for me.
It should have made me want to commit live suicide.
Only multiplayer games can truly be hard. This is my hot take.
It's like stupid.
It's a good take.
There's literally like a massive market out there for single player games that are sold specifically as difficult.
Oh my gosh.
And then you're just gonna be like, only multiplayer hard games.
Yeah. Those games are sold as difficult, but they're being sold to baddies.
They're all soy fun.
They're soy fun. They're fun core, fake hard, soy fun, soy hard.
Neo fun, new fun.
Neo fun, unfun, soy hard. I'm having an aneurysm. Why did you kill yourself?
Because I had no dragonfly and I didn't want to have to look for a rat, and I could just spawn right back here with full sparks.
Yeah, you have 36 lives?
Yeah.
Okay, but imagine how hard this game would be if all of these people were controlled by not, the AIs, but other Spyro experts around the world.
Okay, then this would be like a battle royale and I wouldn't play it. Because those games aren't fun.
But it would be so hard.
It'd be so hard. It's all about the challenge.
It's all about the challenge. It's all about pushing your limits
when you play
beyond
video
the
games, the number one thing you should be concerned about is not if you're having fun. It should be like if you go online and say you beat this game, if other 14-year-olds on Reddit are going to be like, dude.
Whoa, you got all achievements? Bruh.
This is an easy game for babies, but it makes me smile, and that's all that matters.
Video games should be about suffering. If you don't want to suffer, just watch a movie.
But all the movies you like are about suffering.
Yeah, that's true. Watch a sitcom. If you don't want to suffer, watch Seinfeld. That's what Seinfeld's for.
Seinfeld's kind of about suffering.
Well, it's about suffering, but you don't suffer. I guess some people suffer watching Seinfeld. I imagine Seinfeld is too cringe for some people.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's all relative.
The same hall I just came out of.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
I don't know. I thought maybe there was a secret.
No.
Maybe you knew something I didn't know.
No, I'm too busy complaining about shit.
That's true. Let's play.
Too busy giving out about people who are dumber than me.
Now we are the Game Grumps.
No, because if we were the Game Grumps, I'd get hit by that and go, what the fuck? This game's fucking cheating, bro!
Yeah, I can see why this is so popular.
And then if it was the JonTron era, someone would say the N-word.
What was... At some other point, like a long time ago.
I'm sorry, I'm just like
no, it's fine.
ping-ponging from like different things I hate.
It's
which is like
I had
really,
something more.
Wow, that owned me.
Wow,
that
yeah. The game is cheating.
I didn't think it would.
The fucking game is fucking cheating, bro.
I didn't think it would spawn under me like that. That's interesting.
That's such fucking bullshit.
Usually it detects when you're under it and doesn't spawn it.
The fuck is this Sonic Adventure ass motherfucking piece of poopy game? I'd rather lick diarrhea yak balls than play one more second of this god awful. I don't know, I'm running out of energy.
This game fucking sucks. I give it a 2 out of 10 and the badass seal of approval.
Alright, I gotta say though, of all these gaming YouTubers, Ross's Game Dungeon might be my favorite.
Well, Ross's Game Dungeon is also just like smarter than everyone.
He actually is. He's...
Don't watch Freeman's Mind though, because then you will not think that.
He sounds vaguely like LA Beast, and his sense of humor is that of a child. Which, coming from me, it's a pretty embarrassing thing to say.
He's kind of good though.
Ross's Game, yeah, dude's like very smart, makes good observations and arguments.
That Deus Ex video is fucking hilarious.
He's so based.
Some of this is real.
He just knows what's up.
That's for Trucy. That's for Truseldorf.
That's true, and that's true, and that's pretty true. And that's pretty true.
Oh, that's pretty true.
What time is it? I can't see it from here.
I have no clue because the UI's all fucked up.
Oh, I was just curious about the actual clock time.
5:17.
Okay. I think this might be a long episode, but whatever. Is this the finale?
Perhaps.
The UI is so small.
I think it's like 47
It's
minutes.
literally like a 2-point font. Alright, let's just keep going for now.
Yeah, at least we'll finish this level.
We can do a special finale after that, maybe.
Special finale. Next time we'll beat Nasty Nork and then do the 100%.
These dudes have just straight up guns, huh?
Yeah, no, that's the thing in the remaster I thought was stupid is that they gave them like paint guns.
Nah.
Instead of just like actual fucking assault rifles and grenades.
Who was that like E.T. or something? in the VHS version, all the cops just walked around like holding walkie-talkies out or something. Does this sound familiar?
I've not heard of this one. I've also seen E.T. like 2 or 3 times in my life, maybe, so I'm just not an expert.
I mean, I think I've only seen it once when I was a little kid. But
We didn't have it on VHS, but I don't think I really registered anything like that because I was a child. I was supposed to like, this alien's kind of scary. He looks like my nuts. I don't like that he looks like my balls.
Damn, dude, that guy was just firing. Holy shit!
Yeah, no, these
this
guys
is scary.
are a fucking pain in the ass. I'm fucking bad at this level.
Bad, good. In a single player game, it doesn't matter. It's not like you're getting knocked out of a tournament.
This is your new take.
It's a take I've been cultivating for a little while.
And you've been really fermenting.
I thought about attacking Alex with it sometime, but it's just unnecessarily cruel.
And you're thinking to yourself, how can I be the most annoying person possible?
I really do wake up every day and think that.
It's like, oh, if I'm like the type of person who's just like fucking obsessed with like competition in video games.
I mean, I am that person.
But you're not though.
I'm just
you're
slightly
like-
less obnoxious about it.
You're like LARPing as the kind of person who's like, whoa, roller champions, finally a new esport.
Wait, is that a real game?
Yeah,
Is that the game we saw during PlayStation State of Play?
I think so. Yeah,
I think-
showed a thing for it.
Where they're it's like kind of Tony Hawky. You're like gliding and ramping and flamping.
I don't remember.
At any rate, if it is a new esport, you know I'm fucking there. Oh, it's Kramer.
I'm Cosmo Kramer, the ass man. What season is that episode of?
Oh
That
god,
episode rules.
that episode is great. It's maybe like 6 or 7.
That episode gave birth to one of the greatest pieces of Newgrounds content of all time, Kramer's Hentai Adventure.
Oh shit! Yeah, I guess that's where all the lines came from.
Yeah.
What a rite of passage that is.
Where will
Passed
I go
on
next
through
on my
the
quest for epic
generations.
hentai?
Do you think kids still? Is that still their first exposure to porn?
Newgrounds?
Newgrounds?
Probably not.
For my generation, that was like pretty standard.
I feel like kids just like see Rule 34 on Reddit at this point.
Yeah, because I guess, if you just use Reddit, you're gonna see porn.
Well, I mean, not anymore because they don't have NSFW subreddits on RL anymore.
Oh.
Kind of ruined. There used to be a great game of going to like 500 on RL and just seeing like what kind of like weird degen furry shit would show up. Kind of awesome stuff like that. Which also much love to furries. Don't get it twisted.
No, yeah. It's not.
Nothing but
anything
love
against
for our
them.
troops. But I should take this now because I'm dying on it.
Oh, it's Cletus!
Now you just find like weird minor communities for like some fucking video game you've never heard of.
Cornhole.
Oh, yeah, you find
Find the Cornhole subreddit, which was great.
You find the Cornhole subreddit, or you just find someone posting about like Dwarf Fortress.
Yo, I played Cornhole at the party I went to last week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I meant to tell you. They had a cornhole thing set up in the backyard.
Oh, the only cornhole I respect is Cornholio.
You can respect more than one cornhole.
Nah.
Respect the great sport of cornhole.
Beavis and Butthead till I die.
Dude, I came alive in the second half. I think my first 2 were misses, and then 3 like swishers.
See, that's a sport you come alive in the second half
That's
of
right,
cornhole.
yeah.
I'm so fucking terrible at this game. I keep forgetting to cancel my glides, and then I just let myself get like thrown fucking sky high.
Like the Kirby song?
Like the movie? Sky High? It was like I want to say a Disney Channel original movie.
Did I show you Spy High?
Spy High?
Alright, allow me to... You had your wrestling tangent.
Yeah.
I will have my... Ongaki mad tangent. So there's this art form, an ancient art form in Japan, where you take clips of anime and you synchronize them to music, and you pitch shift them.
It's called an AMV.
No, that's something different.
An ancient art form. It's when you take Naruto and Sasuke clips and put them behind Animal I Have Become by 3 Days Grace. I don't know if you've heard of this.
You see, it's a little different, right? Because there, you're just showing footage of the anime with the sound. Oh my god. You're supposed to, like, bounce out, right?
Yeah, I think because I held
you kind of got wedged.
Too long.
Yeah. Alright, so an AMV is, like, anime soundtracking, just the song playing normally. Whereas what I'm describing here is that the song is being made up of sound effects from the anime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's much, much more annoying and obnoxious, if you can believe it.
No, I've seen stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen a few here and there.
Someone takes Renai circulation and makes it out of fucking anime squee noises.
Yeah. Or Eminem in the great Eminem circulation.
Yeah.
It's a great one.
Those ones were pretty classic.
So I found recently this like very popular, very normie channel. They have like 5 million subscribers. And they're like, alright, what up YouTubers? Today we're gonna take this clip from Spy X Family and I'm gonna make Anya sing. He's like, alright, check this out. So I'm like, I'm gonna take this little sample and then we're gonna match it to the track, and it's like 5 minutes of him messing around in Fruity Loops or whatever. And then he produces what in the end is just like a pretty mediocre Mad. And everyone's like, this is awesome, this is so cool. It really sounds like she's singing the song. And I was like, people have been doing this for years. People have been doing this for literally decades.
Yeah, but now you get to see the process. That's like the big appeal.
I think that's the appeal. I think that's how it got so popular.
Because like people, you fucking...
Is you see the process, so you understand like the work behind it.
Because people love like the cave.
Yeah.
Can you make a beat?
I guess it is kind of like the cave. Except it's the cave, but with Anya from Spy Family.
Anya Forger, welcome to the cave, bro.
Roll up a blunt right now.
What do you want? What is your vibe right now? What kind of beat do you want? And she goes, 808s! No heartbreak!
I mean, that would be sweet. Anyways, yeah, it kind of bugged me. Jen posted it in a group chat. I'm in, shout out to Jen. And then I was just like,
you just have to
not feeling it.
You just have to be like a boomer about it.
But
like, no,
Sarah had my back.
Okay.
Sarah knows the OG Mads, and then we just spent like half an hour just linking Mads we enjoyed back and forth. Some of them go pretty hard, pretty fucking catchy. I'll show you Spy High, a recent one we found for Spy Family. That so it gets stuck in your head.
Oh.
Anyways, I said all of that because you said Sky High, and now I don't even remember why you said Sky High.
I don't remember why I said
what
Sky
we were talking
High.
about
I think
at all.
it was just like brain dead word association.
Oh yeah, eat up, bud.
Alright, we're full health.
So this is it?
Yeah, this is nasty work.
Should we do this next time on Keys to YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Alright, where's the mess? There you go.